Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. I'm your host VGMKoren, and in the last one I took out the Hydra and Havel, leaving us back in Undead Burg, where I'm finally going to get around to showing off what reversing hollowing is like. So when you reverse hollowing, as you'll notice immediately, the number in the top right or top left, I know directions, goes down by 1, your 9 becomes very bright, and then, you lose a humanity. So, whenever you do this, you do in fact lower the odds of you getting good equipment, etc. But it has some distinct advantages. For one, you can summon while you're human and alive. For another, you can also kindle, which is what I just did, and now I have 10 Estus flasks to be on my way. This lasts forever. Once you do this at a bonfire, it is done. By the way, this is our character. See, we don't look terrible when you're not dead, or when I'm not dead. So, yeah, the most important thing I think about this is definitely kindling, because once you kindle a bonfire, it's always kindled, it's kindled forever, you can use it forever. And that is just so incredibly useful that I don't know how to really describe how good it is, especially for bonfires like this, which are just kind of everywhere. Now, you might notice that I'm back on the bridge, and oh, this was a stupid plan. It looks like I'll be fine. As you can see, once you come back to the side of the bridge, the dragon also comes back. However, at this point, thankfully, I have enough HP to maybe run away and not get instantly murdered. It's still not exactly the best plan. I'm not really sure what I was thinking there, but yes, that is how the Hellkite Dragon comes back. And here we have the basement key, which I found 2 or 3 episodes ago. It's on one of the enemies in the chapel or cathedral or somewhere. It's around. As long as you loot bodies, you'll find it. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it earlier. And that takes us to this wonderful ladder. It's not a wonderful ladder. It's really just the worst kind of ladder. Oh, and yes, fun fact, you can in fact fight on ladders. Never do it. Ever. You will regret it. I always do. In any case, that takes us to the lower part of Undead Burg, which we are immediately going to turn right and go up the stairs, only to find ourselves right back up in the top part of Undead Burg. If you don't recognize this room, this is the room directly outside of the kindled bonfire that we just lit. It's right over there. So yeah, once again, more shortcuts being opened up by the game. And that's just the thing I love about this game so much, is that if you're willing to look around, as you should, considering how easy it is to die, then you will be rewarded with just constantly interconnecting paths. This is not a game that demands that you run in a straight line and eventually you'll get somewhere, like, well, 90% of games these days. Anyways, here we have some dogs. I hate dogs. Dogs inflict bleeding damage, as well as are a little bit harder to take out than your average everyday enemy. And here we're having some bizarre frame dropping. That's actually really weird. Oh god, they have fire. Here we have some shambling corpses. It's always worth your while, generally speaking, to go and find these little side paths, which is exactly what I was just saying. Sometimes you'll use up a few more of your Estus flasks, but who cares? It's not like if I die I become undead or anything. Yes, that is exactly what happens. In case you didn't know. That is the big thing. Once you're alive, you're only alive until you die, and then you go back to being an undead. But really, unless you're trying to summon, there is no benefit to being alive. You can get attacked while you're alive.
Somebody, anybody, help me. Unlock the door.
Hello.
I'm finished.
No.
How did this ever happen?
Okay, if you would just calm down. There you go. Hi.
Brilliant. You opened the door for me. Thank you. I'm saved. I thought I might never escape. I am Griggs of Vinheim, the sorcerer of the school. I am much obliged for your assistance. Thanks to you, I may now resume my travels.
I'm very good at opening doors.
Oh, hello. I'm fine. I will rest a while, then return to Firelink Shrine. I have my sorcery. and I will be more cautious next time. Besides, I have an important task at hand.
And do you have anything else to say to me?
I have my sorcerer.
No.
Besides,
Okay, in Dark Souls, you generally want to talk to NPCs until their dialogue is completely exhausted, because oftentimes, my brain is just gone. Oftentimes, they will not move until you completely exhaust their dialogue, and sometimes they have 7 or 8 or 9 phrases. That's more Dark Souls 2 than Dark Souls, to be fair. There are a few conversations I'm thinking about in particular there. And yeah, thankfully that is your sorcery trainer for most of the game. And oh no, the doors are open and it's an ambush by some really badly armored undead with some really, really small knives. And thankfully, since, well, actually I should probably pay slightly more attention to my stamina. Oh yes, these guys will also try and parry you. That is the stance he was doing, but they are equally bad at it as most things are. So yeah, that was our sorcery trainer. I already forgot his name because I am just great. Is it Briggs? I don't know. But actually, that gives me an excuse to talk about sorcery. Sorcery is based off your intelligence stat, and several weapons in the game also can be, and you can enchant weapons to get bonus scaling off of sorcery. So you might ask yourself, why not go a sorcerer? Well, for one thing, it basically breaks the game. It's really, really powerful for PvE. And aside from that, aside from being really powerful, it's also really boring. Actually, that is one thing that I will say about Dark Souls that I do not like. I hate the sorcery. It's all a variation of shoot a spear of crystal energy at your enemy. That's it. That is every single spell. Sometimes it's homes, sometimes it's big, sometimes there are a couple of them. But regardless of what else it may be, it is always just that. And it gets very boring after a while to see that your next spell is yet another homing crystal spell. Just a lance of energy. So that's why I don't really like sorcery. It's also very powerful and can be used to break the game, but first, let's talk about this white light we're going through. This white light takes me to my most hated boss in the entire game. This is the Capra demon. He is an asshole. He is the worst. I hate this boss. I have died many, many times on this boss, and this is actually the entire reason that I went ahead and ignited that bonfire. The reason I hate the Capra demon mostly has to do with these dogs. Until you kill these dogs, you're basically not going to win this fight. So being able to one-shot them is crucial to this fight, because otherwise they can very easily gang up on you, break your guard, and then leave you just completely vulnerable for the big guy and his two-handed sweeps. Thankfully, I've actually already managed to take him out, and this is why, in fact, I did this way and went and killed the Hydra and Havel first, is I want this fight to be really easy for me, because this is my worst fight in the game. Or, well, one of them. There's a classic boss fight that is pretty much everyone's worst boss fight, but we'll get there when we get there. As you can see, you can basically block everything except for that giant two-handed sweep, which also does lots of damage. Now, the bright side to this is I managed to not get hit first. Oh god. Okay, that was slightly bizarre, but there you have it. All his other attacks can be blocked, and he's really not that bad by himself. It's just the dogs that make him difficult. Now, what you saw me do was run up the stairs to get him up there, then jump down, because the dogs will follow you down faster. So if you have trouble in this fight, just run up the stairs, get him to follow you up there, jump down, kill the dogs, and maybe even kill just one dog, then get him back up there, and then go from there. And then you should be good with this fight, because really, he's not that bad. I really expected to do about 4 or 5 takes here. I'm not trying to brag. I actually can't believe I beat that on the first try. Oh my god, I didn't get stuck at the Capra demon. I'm so happy. Oh, that fight usually wrecks me. I've had playthroughs end because I couldn't get past the Capra demon, mostly with sorcery, because I hate sorcery. So yeah, if you do all the side content available up to this point, Capra demon, not that difficult. Wow, I can't believe that went as well as it did. Well, alright, I guess I didn't really need to reinforce that Estus Flask, but it doesn't hurt, and actually I want to be human for the next area of the game anyway. Is there? Yeah, there's a guy behind me. Alright, so, in that case, I guess I will go ahead and get to the next area. I actually completely forgot to start my timer for this recording until just 2 minutes ago, 2 minutes and 16 seconds, and I can guarantee you this video has been longer than 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So there are a couple things that we need to do here. First is come up here and run up this little hallway. Now you might say to yourself, what other places in the game look like this? And if you're thinking, this looks like exactly where Havel came from, you are thinking on your feet, and you are smart. But this is the lower half of the tower, so you can't get directly back up from there. There is a path up there, but that is actually where we're supposed to go. I will be back into this building momentarily, as soon as I pick up all the side stuff. And here, oh wait, no. Oh wait, no. I'm completely wrong about so many things. That will actually take you back to Firelink Shrine. This is, let's go ahead and show this off then. Because why not? And yes, there's one undead there with a bow who's horribly inaccurate with it. They're really bad with bows in this game, and bows themselves are kind of special. And here we have a random undead. Oh my god, she's quiet. That seems reasonable. And actually, there is something that you want here. First, you're going to want these later, so don't forget that she sells transient curses. We'll talk about that. Second, buy a purging stone. Oh wait, I have a purging stone. It'll be fine. And she calls you a humdrum lad, which is clearly the most offensive insult of all time. Clearly. And you can run through the sewer, go up to this gate, open it from this side. It doesn't open from the other side, and find yourself back at a possibly familiar giant rat. Now, I will be going... do I want to do this first? Yeah, I guess I'll do this first. Alright. Yeah, okay, I've decided. I have decided what I'm doing. As you can see, we are back in Firelink Shrine. So there are a couple things you can do here. You could go to the catacombs, which are a giant skelly-filled wonderland nearby, which I won't be doing. already know what I'm going to be doing that. Or you can just talk to all the various NPCs that you've rescued at this point. There are a couple of storylines that you can actually progress from this point on. First of all, as you can see, this guy's here.
Oh, hello. I regret meeting you under such compromising circumstances. At least we both made it back unscathed.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see them? The 3 young clerics headed for the catacombs to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires. The poor young girl sent down into a tomb. What a terrible mission she is burdened with.
Alright, so they're being sent down for kindling.
Terrific to see us both in one piece. And pray that you never go hollow.
Oh my god. Come on.
Oh, hello. Terrific.
Oh, okay. My intelligence is actually not high enough for him to teach me sorceries. Otherwise, he would. He'd be like, oh, you have the mark of sorcery. Blah. And over here, you can talk to this guy again.
Why, what a surprise. I didn't expect you to make it. Oh, somebody rang the bell. Wait, was it you? You never give up, do you? I don't know how you do it. Well, don't stop now. Only one more. But it's going to be suicide.
Mm-hmm. Anything else new?
Did you see her? That virtuous little maiden, complete with followers in tow? They're probably going straight to pillage graves. I've heard enough about a lady for a lifetime.
Anything else? As you can see, there are
What's wrong?
storylines.
No problem. We'll both...
And eventually you will exhaust dialogue and can go back to running around. Now, what both of them have been saying are, hey, Petrus's friends showed up.
Oh, hello. My guests have finally arrived. I will be departing with them shortly. So, I'm afraid I will be saying goodbye soon. It was a pleasure. Oh, miracles, I presume?
And yes, he will still teach you miracles, which is very useful. And you could learn them. In fact, I am going to go ahead and learn heal, even though that's kind of stupid. I'm not going to use it. No, I'm not going to learn heal. Heal is very useful, but
The
not
effectiveness of the teaching.
really necessary. Over here, you have a couple other people. As you can see, they're very intelligent people. That's literally it.
Hmm? What have we here? You look awfully raggedy. Times are grim. The least you can do is look sharp. Don't you dare meet my lady like that. You might scare her off for good.
I am like twice... Why are you so big?
Oh,
Holy
you again.
crap.
What business have you? I don't suppose we can help, though. We accompany my lady on her righteous mission. It is quite a chore, but I'm stuck with her. And Nico, too. I can't very well abandon them now.
What else about this divine
Oh, it's
mission?
you. We're to leave momentarily. The catacombs aren't exactly my idea of a good time, but what can one do? I do hope we meet again, rare or not.
Did you go from hating me to liking me within 3 presses of the A button?
Oh, it's you. We're to
Yeah, you
rare
did.
or not.
Great job. And you can talk to the lady.
You are undead as well. Then we've no time to fraternize. I have my mission and you no doubt have yours. We must not let this curse overcome us.
Look at her hands. They're so clumpy.
Did I not explain the urgency of our tasks? Or are you so uncouth as to lack such judgment? By the looks of you, I should think not.
Wow, you are just a terrible person, aren't you?
Did I not
Yeah. You know, I'm just, the fated undead that's going to change everything, and you are just a priestess doing nothing other than priestessing. No one cares about that. However, there is one more little addition to the group here at Firelink Shrine, and you may already know him, you may already hate him. But regardless, wait, where is he? Is he further down here? I think he is further down here. Or I walked right past him. I'm pretty sure I walked right past him. Entirely sure. 110% sure. Also, don't fall off Firelink Shrine. It's very easy to do. It's very humiliating. It's not good for anyone. Where is he? This is odd. Actually, there is supposed to be someone else around here. But I guess he just hasn't made it back yet. Well, I'm sure we'll see him soon enough. So, for now, I'm going to go ahead and level up and call this an episode. I know that we only beat one boss, and it wasn't quite as meaty as the others, but I think this is a good place to stop before we go on and get murdered some more. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 more points into dexterity, mostly for the damage. It's another 9 damage. Or I could get some more HP. Yeah, you know what? 1 point of dex, 1 point of vitality. HP is amazing. So with that, we'll become level 27. And in the next one, we will go see where the sewers lead. I hope to see you then.